Today I'll be discussing about primary hemostasis, and this is a quite lengthy topic. And here is a picture in my book, and I really find it like this is quite complicated and it's written in a complicated way, so I have tried to make a story to remember it, and I'll be sharing that story with you guys, and you'll be going to remember this forever in your life, how the primary hemostasis occurs in just a few minutes. So this is my notes, and here I have tried to briefly write everything. So primary hemostasis, there are 5 stages, and the first one is the injury. Whenever there is an injury, there will be a vasoconstriction, which is by neural stimulation reflex, and the second one that is helping in vasoconstriction is the endothelin, that is released by the endothelial cells. Of course, whenever there is an injury, there will be exposure. Of course, the skin will get exposed, and the tissue and the collagen will get exposed. So what happens? That collagen is free and exposed, so the von Willebrand factor, or VWF, is going to bind with that collagen. Now VWF comes from the 2 sources: the platelet, the alpha granules in the platelets released the VWF, and another thing that is Weber pallet bodies releases the VWF. Now, third process, the adhesion. Adhesion is the sticking of the platelet with anything other than the platelet. Okay, so platelet will bind with the VWF through a receptor. VWF has a receptor, that is GB1B, and then that platelet will be activated and release a calcium, ATP, and thromboxane. Now, that number 4 is the activation. So the ATP that is released from platelet will bind to the P2Y12 receptor on the platelet. And what will ATP will do? ATP will induce GP2B3 receptor on the platelets. So these receptors will be, the helper, or you can say the fibrinogen will be binding with this receptor. Now the 5th process is the aggregation. Fibrinogen binds with the GP2B3 receptor, which link the platelets. Now I know these all things to remember, where the ATP gonna bind, where the platelets gonna bind, is difficult to remember. Now there is a small story. Just imagine there is a robbery somewhere, and a person, a common man whose name is von Willebrand, has caught that thief or robber and has hold that robber. That robber is a collagen. And the rope is the GP1B. So that common man has hold the collagen. Now the platelet, that is the police, P for platelet and the P for police, the platelet comes and hold that rope. That means GP1B. So platelet binds with the GP1B with the help of the ADP. Now when platelet binds or hold the rope, or the police holds the rope, that police send 3 signals or 3 messages: the calcium, the ATP, and thromboxane. Now what will that message do? That ATP will bind to the P2Y12 receptor, or you can say that message will be received to the receiver, or you can say to the other policemen. Okay, now this message ATP, what will this message do? It will induce GP2B3A on platelets. That means it will give a holder, you can say a holder, to the policeman, so that he can hold a stick. And what will that holder do? That holder, that means that GP2B3A will hold the flag. Flag means fibrinogen. That stick will hold that flag, and that flag will send the signal to all the other policemen to come here. On seeing that fibrinogen, that means that glue that will hold all the platelets, all those platelets or all those policemen will come to that one policeman and help that policeman to catch that rob and to send him to the police station. So I hope this story will help you to remember this process, and if you like my video, kindly like and subscribe this channel. Thank you.